You know, you could be spending time with your family, you could be watching TV, you could be doing something else, but you decided to come here and invest your time on, with us. I can assure you a total transformation in the next couple of hours. Okay, brilliant. So the first question to all of you is that, okay, before I'll get started, happy International Yoga Day to all of you. Yeah, I want every one of you to go and type in Happy International Yoga Day. This is something that every one of us should be proud of, with our culture, with our ancient history, their ancient knowledge that our ancestors has given us in terms of so many things. Happy International Yoga Day. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt, which I did it in the morning. So can you tell me what is the theme for this year? What is the theme for this year? Yes. What is the theme for this year? Absolutely. One Earth, One Health. You can see on the t-shirt, correct? Brilliant. Super. If you are not aware of this, I want every one of you to type in, right? One Earth and One Health. One Earth and One Health is the theme for this year. So why this is important? When a specific theme is given, when you start, aligning to that towards that theme, your results are going to be very, very, powerful, and it can go to absolutely to the next level. Okay. So brilliant. The first things first. Now, all of us are here for a specific reason, right? Specific reason because most of you are thinking, okay, yoga is all about doing a physical exercise. I'm sure that many of you would have done the morning yoga, correct? How many of you have done the morning yoga? Yes? No? Yeah, some of you are done, some of you are not done. Those of you are done, congratulations. Those of you are not done, oh my goodness, you have to do it now, correct? Why? Why morning you couldn't do it? Can you please tell me why you are not able to do it? I know what you will say, no? Time nahi hai. है ना? That's a standard thing. And then when people will come, yeah, I've been in the office. करने के लिए time नहीं है. Busy. Sir, busy. Busy for what? Hmm? If you can't take care of your health, one fine day your health will take care of your life. It will make sure that, okay, you will fall sick or you cannot go to office itself. Correct? If you don't take care of your health, that is what it can happen. How many of you agree with me? Yes? Am I speaking the truth that I am talking about it? There's a famous thing called as health is wealth. Right? When health is there, you can think of all the big goals, big aspirations. If health is not there, you cannot think of any other goals. Health is the only goal. Correct? And the most important, when I talk about health, a lot of people, okay, let me ask this question. How many of you agree? Put this in comment section. I really want you guys to go and express yourself. I really want every one of you to express yourself either in the Zoom chat or in the WhatsApp group, whichever is enabled for you. Go and type in. I really want every one of you to express yourself. Go and type in, right? Whatever that whether you agree, whether you don't agree. But when it comes to health, a lot of time it is misunderstood. It is the physical health which is not going good. I'll tell you, physical health is the last layer in which it will appear. Even before your physical health start, deteriorating, even before that, your mental health will start deteriorating. Only when your mental health is deteriorated, your physical health, that will show up in the physical health. It is so important for you to understand the layers in which your health is operated. The first is always emotional health, and then comes your actual physical health. And I'll tell you, when we talk about yoga, lot of people think like, okay, we have to do a physical exercise. We're going to break certain myths today, you know. So what I've realized, what I thought is, okay, I'm going to talk about, I'll be speaking with most of you because you have been to one of my programs anyway. So I want to make this, International Yoga Day completely in a different format. So what I decided is, I thought I'm going to call an expert in the yoga itself. The person who has gone to the highest level of yoga that you can think about it. And I'm going to invite here as a chief guest. And I'm going to ask certain questions, and all of you will have an option to ask questions to him, right? Which you can type in, and I'll read it for all of you based on whatever the things that you're looking at it. And we'll hear the answer from him. How many of you feel that it's going to be amazing? Yeah? How many of you feel that it's going to be amazing? Fantastic. The best part is, you know, he's one of our student also. And he had been the yoga journey for a longer period of time, and he has mastered the art of yoga. But when it comes to applying it in your real life, in the physical life, converting his talent into money, he had a challenge. So when we started working together, I'll tell you, the moment his mind was actually opened up to those physical aspirations of whatever that you're looking at it, his entire life changed in a big time. So you're going to also listen to him, like what is the interesting story and how things happen, because I really want you guys to understand, to hear from a real life person who has already experienced it, okay? Coming from an yoga expert only, right? So with this, I'm going to call one of our yoga guru, and he trains the trainer, okay? He trains the master trainers in yoga space. Can you all welcome, you know? Um, and he also currently residing in the capital of the yoga of the world. Do you know which is the location? How many of you know which is the yoga capital of the world? Can you guess? Rishikesh, absolutely fantastic. He comes with Rishikesh. Can you all welcome? Put your hands together to welcome TaraDutt ji for this amazing conversation here. Thank you so much, TaraDutt ji, and welcome here. It's a great pleasure to have you here. Welcome here, and you being part of our community and calling you as a chief guest. That's something very interesting. And I would love, and the aspiration and the context is very good. You yourself being the yoga guru, I really want you to quickly introduce yourself, and then people know like what's your proficiency level. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. First, I want to say big thanks for inviting me as a chief guest on Yoga Day and serving my guru. It's a big pleasure. Thank you so much. So he is absolutely right. Mind is what we really need to work on. But before I go to talk about the mind, he asked me about my introduction. So uh, I'm from Uttarakhand, the same state where the Rishikesh is, a different part of mountain. Some of you may have heard about Nainital. So I'm from Nainital district. I born over there, and I traveled from my hometown here when I was 14-year-old, and started my journey of learning Sanskrit. I became Acharya in Sanskrit grammar,
Wow.
and then I did my Acharya in yoga. Yoga is,
Wow.
I started even early before I came here. This is why I came to Rishikesh. This was one of the reason. And yeah, the yoga changed so much inside of me.
Hmm.
And as I'm saying, like it's really changed so much inside of me.
Hmm.
And I'm always learning and always evolving,
Hmm.
because there's no one corner that you clean and everything will get clean itself. If you have a house with 4 rooms, you have to clean all 4 rooms to bring that positivity inside of your house. So if you're planning of cleaning one room, it won't change anything. So similarly, I was in ashram learning in Gurukul from my masters, and they taught me the knowledge of Sankhya, Vedanta, Vedas, and yogas. But when it comes to the materialistic side of learning, when it comes to money, I was very weak. This is where I met my another guru, my another mentor, uh, and he showed me the path. He helped me to understand what is missing inside of me, and everything is all about mind. So today is a yoga day, and definitely I would like to say I love physical practice, but if you are neglecting your mental health, you won't be able to go anywhere. You'll be just moving in circle and circle. Someday you will have a lots of energy, lots of juice. That I want to do yoga. Many of you have done yoga only on yoga day, and now you think you are blessed. You don't want to do yoga for whole year. So yoga day is a symbol of understanding that health is important. If you have health, then only you can go to mountains, hikings, and Vaishno Devi on foot and enjoy the whole journey by looking everywhere. Thinking about riding through car and going by walk, it's a whole lot different. If you just walk around 1 kilometers around your area without any car or bike, you will see so many new things over there happening. And this is where you learn, you grow more. And if you are just planning of going to Kedarnath, Vaishno Devi, and thinking about taking horse or going by maybe someone's back or something, it won't be you won't be actually enjoying the yatra which you have decided to go. So if you want to really enjoy your life in from all the corners, then definitely health is very important. Many of you would like to eat lots of sugar, and especially like a chocolate. Many of you would like to go to restaurant and want to eat fancy food, but then you think about your doctor, what he said. You have your cholesterol level is high, you have a high BP issues, you have diabetes issues, you have these issues, that issues. You're not able to enjoy your life, right? So health is very important, and yoga day, it's not about just doing some exercise and posting some photo or post on your social media. Yoga day is this it's a symbol that health is very important, and we all need to understand health is very, very important.
Amazing, brilliant. Thank you so much. And just to give an idea, like how, TaraDutt told, right? He's an acharya in yoga. Okay, it's the highest level that you can think about. It's like PhD in your in a day-to-day life. If I have to correlate that with this, right? He has got a PhD in yoga. You can assume like that, highest level, which you can think about it. Now let's ask this question. I'm going to ask a few questions, and all of you can actually put some questions as well. So all of you can learn the mental aspects of how things can come in. Now, a lot of time people think about yoga as a physical activity, like they go and do probably Surya Namaskara and or any of the other things, and then they miss out on the breath part of it, or so many things they actually miss out. Like they only focus on physical thing. They said, okay, I've done a yoga and I've come out. Now, can you please explain us, help us in doing like having a physical one and then doing it, having your mind in combination of that? I know as a yoga, mind, body, and the soul, that the combination that comes in. Now, how important is to have that mind aspects coming in your yoga practice? If you don't include it, what will be the implication? Can you please tell us?
Sure, sir.
Hmm.
So mind is always the priority.
Hmm.
When we go to ancient yoga,
Hmm.
you won't find many asanas in the books. If you
Hmm.
go to Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Shiv Samhita, or any other ancient book, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, you won't find much. They are not talking much about asanas. They are only talking about the seated meditative posture, which are four. Somewhere they mention three. Somewhere they mention only two posture. And then this is
Hmm.
there are 84 lakh yonis, and you can think of the yonis and you can add your own creativity. But they are more into the mental side of yoga. Now the modern lifestyle has changed, the modern need has changed. That is why we have more asana practice.
Hmm.
So definitely mind side is always priority, and it's always very, very important. Let
Amazing. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let
please
me
go.
tell you something.
Hmm.
In my life experience, what I find, why most of the people they suffer from all different types of disease, and what is very common. This is
Mhm.
my personal research, not only experience. This is my personal research that I found that the fear is a cause of all the physical and mental issues. Fear is a cause of your anger, your sadness, losing money, and fear is a cause of not you know uh, not having confidence to yourself, and fear is also cause of high cholesterol, high bp, low bp. Fear is a cause of uh, diabetes, anything you can think of, even lower back, even digestive issues, even heart problem, breath related problem. Most of the problem, maybe 99% of the problem come from the fear. And fear is an act of mind. By doing asana practice in some certain level, just asana practice in some certain level, you are able to heal your mind, but not much, up to some level. Therefore, you have to understand the mental aspect of yoga, where pranayama, dhyana, and also satsanga, understanding the right knowledge comes, which is very, very important. Uh, One experience I'm going to tell you. Last year, my sister, she came here for her training at uh, animal hospital. There's a over here in Rishikesh. There's the biggest animal hospital. She is she is posted in animal hospital.
Hmm.
So she came here for her training, and they give them the accommodation, but she decided to live with me. So every day I go and drop her and then come back. The one doctor, one senior doctor, asked her, "Where you are staying? You are not staying with us. Where are you staying?" So she said, "I am staying with my brother." Then he asked what he does over here. Then she said he is a yoga teacher, and he said he would like to meet me. He has some certain problems. He has some questions. So next day when I dropped her, she told me that there's a doctor who wants to meet you.
Hmm.
Then I went to see him, and he said I have a diabetes issues, and I've been suffering for 3 years. I've tried so much. I've seen Baba Ramdev yoga online. I've been practicing that yoga, and I've been taking medications. I've doing these and that. Nothing is happening. You know what I told him?
Hmm.
Just by looking, it's time where I have experience to understand people through the face.
Hmm.
So I understood that he's having certain types of fear. I can really see through his face what type of fear he's having. I strictly told him in front of his face, stop blaming your family and stop doubting your family, especially your wife. You will see the change will come. Like he was shocked that I can see really through him. Like he has no word, and I left.
Hmm.
So see how much even just having a doubt can affect your body.
Wow.
So definitely mental aspect, it's more important than the physical aspect. Physical is just a reflections. What is happening inside of you will reflect to your in your face, in your body, in your skin. Uh, uh, just today, just maybe hour before, uh, I have kids nearby, and they come to me. They were asking me, "What is the secret of you to be very fit, Uncle? What is the secret of you to be very fit? Like
Wow.
we are not able to see our fathers fit as like you." I said,
Hmm.
"No secrets. I
Hmm.
just keep myself happy."
Amazing, brilliant. Guys, did you see like I know like how the mental aspects can make a lot of difference? Like the with the actual doctors who have been practicing the real thing, and just by looking at the mental aspects of it, how so many problems can be resolved. Correct? Like very big thing. If you had an aha moment with this, go and type in aha before we proceed with the next questions. Every time I want you to come and express yourself, Very, very important, right? So, because there are a lot of things that we are actually going through in this particular aspects of it. Now, very important question, right? You have reached to the highest level of Yogacharya in terms of yoga. Now, even after reaching to that level of thing, why is that when it comes to finance and materialistic thing, you had a challenge, and how is it related with the mind?
Yes,
Mm,
definitely. As I said, if you have rooms in your house,
mm,
you have to clean all of them. Like
yes.
cleaning one would not be enough to bring positivity. So this is what I had talked with sir first time. I told him that I've been living in ashrams. I understood the concept of life, system of life myself, but how money works, I have never learned. I started my own schools and many things I did, but I failed. And now I'm having fear that I'm not worthy of going into this materialistic life. But a couple of years ago, I decided to get married, and
Mm.
because of that, I have to follow the system of life. As I am in Grihastha ashram,
Mhm.
I have to take care of my family. I have no
Mm.
choice to go back to the ashram lifestyle and live without family. So
Mm.
money is very important. I
Mm.
understood the money is also important. So I need to look for the mentor who can teach me.
Mm.
This is what I understood. Now, what I want for you to understand is money as an energy. They
Yes.
are they are not one energy which is balancing our life. There are multiple energies together helping to balance our life. And we need to work on all the aspects of life to
Mm.
have a balanced life.
Mm.
Like when when the when the life force in the nature we call prana, but when this prana gets inside of our body, we give them five different names: prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana. Why
Mm.
we give this the same prana five different names? Because their work is different in our body.
Mm.
And then there is a upranas, and
Mm.
each upranas has different names. Why there
Mm.
is a different names? It's just a breath is going in, because
Mm.
every prana has a different roles to play
Mm.
in our life. Similarly, the prana which is outside of us has a different roles to play, and everything is important. We can't say money is bad, money is good. After learning for so many years in spending my most of life in the yoga, what I understood is all the energies which has given by God has a purpose. You need to understand it's a right purpose, then only you will be able to channel that energy in right direction. Like most of us think anger is bad. Most of we are uh, suffering with anger issues. Okay, we get angry. I get very easily angry. I get very easily upset. And you know what? Anger is given by God, and God planning is not something very small. If God is planning to give us something, that means it plays more bigger role than just anger. That energy is fire. If you understand this energy and able to channel this energy in right direction, it will become confidence. The same anger which is making you angry, and you're getting fight with your friends, family, or loved one, or maybe to gatekeepers, or maybe the delivery boy. The same energy, if you understand the same energy inside of you, is going to give you confident to take the step forward in your life, confident to express your emotions with your family, friends freely, become vulnerable, help them to understand you. It gives you strength to take sankalpa, to take a decisions in your life that from today onward, I'm going to do this because this is good for me. So the multiple benefits you get from the same energy, which is you call it anger, because you don't know how to operate, it becomes anger. But the time you really focus in yourself through your mental practices, you will be able to change this energy into confidence, focus. So many benefits comes through the same energy. So all the energies all around us has different energy, has a different purpose in our life. So money, it's also very, very important. Money is not bad. It's a goddess is Lakshmi. So definitely it's a something very, very important, something very, very special energy, which is given by God to us. We understand money in paper, but money does not mean a paper. Money means feeling yourself satisfied in your life, that you are not living in constant fear, that you are not able to take decisions for yourself or for family, that you are not able to buy food for them, clothes for them, or the travel package for them. Right? This is why we want to have money. We want to have money to have a good house, stable life, education for kids. If you do not have money, you have fear all the time. So money just a paper. But apart from this paper, what is giving you that mental satisfaction, that confident, that you know you are complete, you are sampanna, and no one can stop you. You can keep moving forward, whichever life you have desired.
Wow, brilliant. Okay, how many of you got an amazing answer? Go and type in again, aha, money, aha. If you, I want you to use the keyword. And may I request everybody who is here to come on camera. Very, very important, my dear friends. It's very interesting thing that you're looking at it. Right? It's a different perspective, right? I want every one of you to think about yoga as the source of energy. It has nothing to do with the religion. Please understand. This is the energy which has got different stages in which is there. Our ancient, the people who are ancestors to us, they understood this, this miraculous energy, how this moves in. And that is what they've converted this into different asanas, the way that you are going to go and look at it, how that needs to be put in. Remember one thing, I want every one of you to take note of these two important things. When you do your yoga, there are two important things that gets, at a high level, if you want to understand, that gets moderated or stimulated, whatever you want to call. The first one is the energy component, with TaraDutt is just now mentioned. The second one is state of mind. Your state of mind changes when you do yoga on a day-to-day basis. And we'll talk about that more as we proceed with this. Now, next question to you, now that I've talked about state of mind. Now, can you please tell us how is this state of mind gets improved when we do yoga? Because this is one of the most important aspects of the mental health. And why is that when you do yoga, your state of mind goes up?
Hmm. Very good question, sir. This is very common benefits most of us get after practicing yoga.
Hmm.
You may do yoga because you have a knee issue, lower back issues, or you have a weight, you want to reduce the weight, or
Hmm.
you may have a migraine, or maybe any other issues.
Hmm.
But after you practice yoga, what first thing you say is, I feel very calm, I feel
Hmm.
grounded, I
Hmm.
feel very relaxed.
Hmm.
Am I right? Most of you may have experienced this. Maybe weight will get reduced after 1 month. Maybe
Hmm.
your knee pain will get resolved after a week practice, 2 weeks practice.
Hmm.
But right after practicing yoga, first thing you experience is the
Hmm.
peace of mind. You
Hmm.
feel yourself calm and relaxed. So how this happens? Why you do not get the same experience
Hmm.
when you are at gym,
Hmm.
when you are doing your Zumba exercise,
Hmm.
or maybe any other physical workout? Why only in yoga?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Yeah,
Yes.
can anybody answer this? Like, we'll take a pause for a minute. I want every one of you to type in, why is that this change doesn't happen when you work on other things like gym and Zumba and everything, where you will get tired. You'll not get more energy actually after doing that. Can anybody answer this? It's a very important question, my dear friends, is which Taradaji has told. I want you to answer this really. Go and answer. This has a very, very in-depth, this question has a very powerful thing that we can think about it. Please type in. We may not be able to allow you to speak. Please type in. Yeah, mind body connection, focusing on breath, body feels relaxation. Relaxation involves mental and physical in yoga. We focus internally how organs operate, slow speed of physical activity. In gym Zumba, we are not giving rest to the mind, awakening the chakras, simulating the hormone, breathing included. Very good. Okay, let's go. And you know, before we answer this to all of you, right? I'll tell you while we are doing this Jugalbandi, like what I'm myself and Taradaji doing. I'm thinking of this thing. What we are really doing is we are actually bringing the fusion of two things. One is the modern science, from how the brain operates and how this thing comes in. That's what I'm actually talking about in terms of it. Now we are actually going back and connecting to our basis, our ancient thing that from the yoga and all the scriptures that Taradaji is actually bringing in. So we are bringing the fusion of both the concepts to you guys so that you will understand not only the concept of yoga, but also the science of how your brain works and how this frequency works, how your neuroplasticity works, how your neuron works. What do you mean by frequency? Whatever that we talk about, energy is nothing but frequency, the frequency in which you're operating and everything. When you shift your frequency, your energy level also gets shifted. As simple as that's what you can learn from the quantum physics in the modern world. In the ancient world, they talked about something called as energy, right? Again, when we talked about state of mind in the modern terms, that's exactly what now the important question that Tharadaji gave it to all of you, isn't it? So brilliant. Now let's ask let's listen to the answer coming from Tharadaji. Now everybody has answered. Please go ahead.
Hmm. The first thing why you see the change is the intention.
Hmm.
The time you start thinking about yoga, you already know that you are going to do something very, very important for your life.
Hmm.
Similar to mantra chanting, going to the temple.
Hmm.
You know something good you are about to do with yourself.
Hmm.
And this good is only for yourself. When you go to Zumba or any other places, any other workout, you're thinking about, before you do, you start thinking about getting slim. Before you start doing it, you're already thinking about how many days you are going to get results. Even though you may have the question before you start yoga, but once you start practicing, you start forgetting about those things. So first thing is the intentions about the yoga. You already know before you start, you already know somewhere back of your head
Hmm.
that you are going to do something very, very important for your life.
Hmm.
And as we always speak, yoga is life, yoga is life.
Hmm.
So somewhere you may not understand, but inside of you, your back of your head, your brain, your neurons, they understand you're going to do something very special with them. And as I have learned from Karthik sir also, our brain does not takes all the information. There is a gatekeeper. So the brain need to understand if something is very, very important or not. Then only it allows to get inside. So your brain understand that this is something very important. So naturally, your molecules of your body, they are happy that you are doing something good for yourself. And
And
then once you start your practice, then second, definitely most of you have given the correct answer, the breathing. Your breath is a bridge between your body and mind.
yes.
Your breath is a bridge between body and mind. And the breath has a power to direct your emotion. I don't say control. Many people, they use control. I don't like to use control over energy,
Hmm.
because energy, you can't control it. This is actual reality. Control, maybe in sense of understanding, is okay, but I don't want you to misunderstand, because controlling is like, you are really controlling something. But commanding, I feel more better to say. So you have more command over your thoughts. Your breath has a power to command your thoughts, emotions, and feelings. The time you start focusing your inhalation and exhalation process, your body mind connection happens, And when the body mind connection happens, your true self awakens inside of you. And your true self is a sattvic energy, which gives you peace, calmness, steadiness. And later on, it gives you the result which you desire through your yoga practice.
Wow.
Mm.
That's fantastic. That's an amazing explanation. Can you please go and give a big round of applause to TaraDutt ji? Amazing. So I'm going to explain this scientifically, my dear friends, whatever that you have heard from TaraDutt ji. The same concept I'm going to explain you through the power of science. Okay. How many of you would love to hear? Brilliant. Fantastic. Now we have in brain something called as RAS, reticular activation system. This actually works as a filter. And this filter is very powerful. So what happens when you actually set an intention? When you set an intention, there is a filter that gets activated in your brain, the filter of that intention. So it will allow those aspects which are related to that intention to go inside your brain. Other things are actually stopped. Other things are actually blocked. It will not be allowed to go inside because that filter is designed to take only those kind of things, right? So what actually happens is in your life, if you really want to have an accelerated growth in your life and other stuff, you need to have more of those filters coming in so that you will start focusing on what is more important for you and what is not more important for you. When you have this filter activated, right? And when we talk about this breath is nothing but your oxygen in scientific term. So when your filters are activated and there is a breath that goes in to your deeper part of your things, the same intention is getting fed into individual cells. Correct? Are you getting it? So when the same things have been fed, have you heard like in your house, your mother saying, right? And when are your parents saying like when you are having the food, don't look at the TV, don't do other things, don't think of bad things. Correct? Why is that? Because if you're looking at TV, there may be good, there may be bad thing that is coming in when you're eating that goes as part of that intention of your whatever the food that you're consuming, isn't it? Similarly, your air is also food. So when you're actually taking that particular thing, because yoga itself is a combination of two different things, how you can, it's a fusion. It means actually basically a fusion of the entire thing. So when you're doing body along with that breath, that is a bridge, you're able to establish the connection. That is where you'll be able to have more, a filter that gets created in your brain. And that filter works marvelously when these things are connected. When there is no connection, the filters may not work the way that you're aspiring for. Are you getting it, my dear friends? Like how scientifically this can actually make it? Brilliant. Okay, I'm enjoying this. How many of you are enjoying it? Yeah, a lot of fun. You never thought this could be like this. Right. Now let's go and look at this. Next question, TaraDutt. Now
Mm.
you're having the mind. The most important question that I keep getting is how to control the mind, right? I have seen that the big people cannot control the mind and they go and do a lot of, nonsense thing on the stage. Sometimes they'll be in a very big position, everything will be going. And one spur of the moment, they will actually, burst out the anger or they
Mm.
lose their
Mm.
control and then the whole year's thing is gone actually, right?
Mm.
Now tell me, like, how do we control the mind through the power of yoga, like according to you? Let's hear.
Mm. Okay. Before I'm going to answer,
Hmm.
I would like to know how many of you would like to know answer of this question.
Yeah. How
Type
many of,
me.
yeah. Oh, brilliant, many of them. So many of
You
them are
know,
eagerly looking. Yeah.
why I ask these questions to you, to the audience, at, because a couple of years ago, I was in Dubai
Hmm.
having one big conference
Hmm.
with all the CAs,
Hmm.
the community of CA. They invited me,
Hmm.
and the CA has very mental work,
Hmm.
so they invited me to teach yoga to them.
Hmm.
And before we start practicing asanas, they were
Hmm.
having some questions, some doubts. So
Hmm.
they were asking,
Hmm.
and one of their a community member,
Hmm.
uh, he raised his hands
Hmm.
and he asked me a similar question.
Hmm.
He said, Guruji,
Hmm.
uh, I'm all the time having thoughts. I
Hmm.
cannot stop my mind thinking, and it's always moving, moving. Consistently, I'm thinking something.
Hmm.
And please tell
Hmm.
me how to stop my mind,
Hmm.
how I can feel peace in my mind.
Hmm.
And the time he asked me this question, I understood
Hmm.
that he is not ready to know the answer. So what I did is cleverly, I asked to other audience, how many of you would like to know the answer? Raise your
Hmm.
hands. So
Hmm.
many of them, they raise their hands.
Hmm.
So I know there are people, there are audience who really want to know.
Hmm.
The first thing, when you are looking for some solutions, then you must ask the question to yourself that you really wants to know,
Hmm.
or you really wants to get out from your situation,
Hmm.
you really wants to change your life from now onward. Ask this
Hmm.
question to yourself,
Hmm.
because many times people, they are just saying,
Yeah.
they don't really want it.
Hmm.
And the time I was start giving answer to this the same question, he
Hmm.
left the room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He
Hmm.
left the room because the reality, he do not want to know, because
Yes.
somewhere deep inside of him, he has already given up. Maybe someday, you know the nature, the god will show him the path, and
Yes.
he
When
will
he's
be
ready.
ready. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is why I ask everyone, if you really want to know. Okay, good. So if you really want to know, then I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, I think most of them already typed in. They want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mind, you know stopping the mind, controlling. First thing you need to understand, whatever is happening in your mind has created you, not you have created the mind. Somewhere you are feeding the mind, but you have not created the mind. Feeding and creation is different. Mind has created you, but you have not created the mind. You're just feeding the mind. What you are going to, put inside the mind, this is what you are going to get from your mind. Mind is like a land. What seed you insert inside the mind, the same things you are going to get later on. So you need to be careful what you are going to insert in your mind, and stop thinking of controlling the mind. You can't control the mind. Mind is, it's energy, it's a complete energy, and you can't control the energy. Similarly, all the human beings, all the living beings are energy. And you may not understand if I say your table and chair is also energy.
Hmm.
Not now, maybe later on, once you have a different understanding. But for now, you just understand all the living is energy, and you can't control the energy, even if it's your child. You can, what you can do is with the energy is to build the connections,
Hmm.
better and better connections.
Hmm.
And through that connections, you give the directions to the energy. Similarly, you give the directions to your mind. But first, you really need to look inside of your mind without forcing it, without pushing it, without avoiding it. I'm going to tell you something. I had a roommate. His name was Gambhir. I'm telling you name openly because you don't know him. So his name was Gambhir, and he was very Gambhir person actually. And he was really really good teacher. He was not a yoga teacher, normal teacher. He was my roommate around 2005 to 2008 somewhere. And He went to Shivananda ashram, met many swamis, and he got influenced by Vedanta philosophy, and then later on Bhagavad Gita. Then he misunderstood the concept of mind. And then what he did is the next he start controlling the mind. He decided to control his mind. This was his word when he met me after a while. Like when we were roommate, he was just a normal teacher, and I was a priest. I was a yoga teacher. I was doing multiple things that time. And this happens after we got separated in our ways. Then later on, after a few years later, we met again. And this was his word. He says, Taraji, now I have to start understanding my mind. The mind is the most worst thing. Mind is a cause of all the problems. But he was not using exactly mind, he was calling mana. He said, the mana is the most worst thing. It's always thinking about the bad things, always get attached with only the negative things, only the dark things. He has so many wrong fantasy. And now I understood this is the cause of all the issues in our life. And I have decided I'm going to control. I try to help him to understand a little bit, but I don't want to disturb his learning process. I did not say anything much at that point. After years or 2 years later, I met him again, and he was having the similar words and saying like mind is bad, mind is deep. But this time he was very aggressive, very angry at his own mind. He was very angry, you know, like he was using bad words, saying like mine is kutta, mine is kamina, mine is very ganda. he and now I'm trying to control. He's getting out of control, but I'm going to control my mind. His family was pushing him, saying like, go get married. Say, no, 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 no. I'm not going to get into that path. I'm not going to get married. Otherwise, I will get captured by minds, more different types of fantasy. No, I don't want that. Okay. After a few years later, I met him again. And he was in really, really bad condition at that time. He was sleeping nearby Ganga, alone, in cold weather. His bistar was there, his blankets and was there where I met him. He was very scared, sitting next to me, and he was sharing his thoughts with me like, Dharadi, what is happening in my life? And I don't want to share what he was experiencing. He was experiencing very words. And why? Because he was trying to control the mind. He memorized whole Bhagavad Gita, memorized all the slokas. He was very good intellectually and learned Vedanta. But the mistake he did was he was trying to control the mind. The first thing you need to understand, you can't control the mind. What you can do is to understand the mind. We use a control word because this is just terms of speaking and understanding. But exactly, you don't really control the mind. You can't control the mind. You need to understand the mind. The time you start listening, seeing, observing your mind, which is we call it Sakshi Bhava, become a Drishta. Instead of becoming action taker, detach yourself from your own actions. Then you will be able to start connecting you will be able to start truly connecting your mind. By practicing pranayama, dhyana, and yoga, you will be able to feel peace and calm. But you won't be able to direct the energy. You won't be able. So what you have to do, understand the system. Sir has says, what was that, sir?
Huh? RYB, rewire your brain,
Yes,
rewire your brain.
yes. So you need to understand. And how you are going to understand? If you become part of your actions, you won't be able to understand. You have to make yourself apart from your actions. Sakshi Bhava. Observe your actions instead of, instead of getting affected by your actions. Like, for example, I did 3-year sadhana for that. So I'm going to share some of my experience. So instead of controlling my anger, because my family has a very long anger issue history, very long anger issue history. If I tell
Hmm.
you about my family, you won't be able to understand, like you won't be surprised by how I have become yogi. I'm the only one in my family who has never been in jail. I'm the
Oh,
only one.
my
So
goodness.
my family has a very long anger issue history, very long. So it was a big challenge for me to control my anger. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy. So what I understood is do not control. First, yeah, I was always hearing while I was learning Vedanta, Sankhya. So I was hearing this word Sakshi Bhava, become Drishta, become Drishta. And then I really implement in my life. How I implement is when I was getting angry, instead of suppressing my anger, I was letting it out. But when I was letting it out, I was trying to keep myself separate at that point. The, the split second, you have to separate yourself from your actions at that point. If you're able to do that, you will be able to clearly feel from where this anger is coming. It's coming from your head, it's coming from your heart, it's coming from your belly. And this is how I understood the the in different conditions you will feel the energy is coming from different places. Some anger you will feel only in your head, some anger will come from your heart. When someone hurts you, you will feel from here. And if you have been holding some emotions for really long time, like you have been thinking about telling yourself, clarifying yourself for really long time in front of your family members or your friends or someone, but you are an introverted person, you are shy, you are respecting person too much, so
Hmm.
you are not able to share. That energies get stuck inside of your belly, and this anger will come out from your belly at that point. So I was
Fantastic.
start looking at where its anger is coming. I can really clearly feel from where this anger is coming. And the time you start seeing where the anger is coming, how this anger is coming, how the emotion is changing, how your perspective was before the anger and how it changed. And after you release the anger, what changes happens inside of you. If you start seeing those every small second movements, this is the time you will be able to direct this energy. Naturally, you will be able to direct this energy. This is the secret I'm telling you guys. This is the
Amazing.
secret
Wow.
knowledge.
Can you give a big round of applause with whatever the different perspective that Taradaji was able to bring in? Now I'm going to talk about this in a scientific terms of in terms of what you can look at it, right? So now in terms of very beautifully what he told about the man or the on the mind that you're trying to control, you cannot control the mind. That's absolutely correct because that is the creator, right? The creator has the superpower. He's going to control you. You cannot control this, control the superpower. That's where most of the people make the mistake. The more you're trying to control the big thing, it's like there's a saying, right? You're putting the torch to the sun itself. Will it ever work? It'll never work, right? So I'm going to give you an analogy as a common man, how you can actually make sure that you understand it. Right? Let's say you're sitting on a horse. Okay, you're sitting on a horse. Now, what is happening is the horse doesn't have a direction. What will happen? It will take you anywhere. Sometimes it will take you here, somewhere it will going to take you somewhere there. It is going all over the world. That's how it is going to happen. Now, you set the direction to your mind. Hey, I want to reach to this location and take and redirect. You know, when you sit on the horse, you also get a, what do you call that in I don't know in English, right? The power to control, right?
Rains, Karthik sir.
Reins. Thank you so much. That reins that you take it, then you actually redirect it where you want to go and do it. The moment that you are able to redirect it, that's where magic is going to happen. How you can redirect? You have to redirect consciously, right? One of the thing what Taradaji told about is even before it become anger, if you can actually take a pause and you can bring the awareness to yourself, you'll be able to control the anger. I'm going to say this in a scientific term. If you can get disassociated for a matter of few seconds when this anger is happening, you will be able to control your anger much faster. Okay. Now, doing this consciously for many of you may not happen immediately. When you practice this continuously, you'll be able to go and do it. And some of you have been our students. And TaraDutt, after you completed the entire thing, right? And we have also advanced in terms of scientific way of doing it. And then whenever people have these anger issues, they come to us, we'll be able to get them out of this anger, not in terms of years together, in the matter of few hours, right? And we also call it as a power of installations that we do. I think you also have experienced the installation earlier. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, correct. You were there when we started applying the installations. So there are a lot more scientific techniques which are there to actually convert this anger into a channelizing it into different energy, right? In the yoga terms, we call it as energy. In our scientific term, we call it as frequency of operations. So when we look at the frequency of operation, like when you have any of these negative energies which are coming in, anxiety, stress, and guilt feeling and everything, so that operates at a very, very different frequency. And those frequencies are not good enough. When the person comes and say, I'm able to see, I'm trying to control my mind, I'm getting only negative thoughts, I'm not able to get the entire thing, I'm going through a lot of overthinking. What exactly is happening? Let me explain you in the scientific way. Your brain changes every single night when you sleep and wake up. It has a framework or a formula called as it takes your past experiences that you have it in the past, and then it also takes your future goals. What is your goals and aspiration that you're looking at it? And it forms a fusion of it. When you sleep and wake up in the next day, that combination of that is what is going to determine who you are as a new person when you wake up on the next day. Now, if you are having a lot of negative thinking which is coming to you, that means it is coming from your past experiences. Okay. And then possibilities that you do not have a goal, or you do not have a vision for yourself, you do not have a dream for yourself. Either one of them is not there, okay, then what will happen? Your mind will start looking at those negative thinking because you're not given the direction. You have not given the direction, directive to your brain or to your mind, like how it should think about it. So now that horse can go anywhere. Since the horse can go anywhere, you can get experience any kind of things that you're looking at it. All right. So when you understand, if you're going through a lot of negative thinking, because all of you know that we have been doing research on the brain space for over 20 plus years, and we also understand like how to get rid of those negative thoughts, which you are helping most of you, and some of you are students. You have also experienced how you can take out those negative energies out very fast. And once you do that, your number of negative thoughts which is going to come to you is going to reduce. You cannot say like, okay, I'll not get negative thought at all. It will come. It's a part of this entire thing, but it will not be like, okay, all the things that I'm thinking is negative thoughts. The moment you shift those frequencies, you allow that unresourceful frequencies, you let it go. Now your frequency will shift to the next one. So you cannot control the mind, but you can redirect the mind. When you remove those negative frequencies, the emotions which are operating at the negative frequency, then you start redirecting your brain towards the higher or positive frequencies, and that is where the magic happens. Okay, is that clear, my dear friends? It's a very deeper thing, and when we look at from our ancient scripture, fantastic. You'll be surprised how advanced they were. In terms of BC, in some of those research that they have done is in terms of BC. Now we are understanding it in different terms. Okay, great. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, what we'll do is we'll like to get into a practical aspects of it. Yeah. So now may I request, uh, TaraDutt, now let's get into an action. Now people have understood this. Um, Tell us, teach us certain practices that people can go and do it in their office, especially because doing outside, a lot of people are aware, but I want you to show them certain techniques. Let's say they miss the yoga in the morning, right? And some of the people who told here, right, they've also told like they missed out. It's a practical problem. Like we can always blame them. Hey, you're not serious about your health. You're not able to do that. Okay, that's separate. Let's keep that separate. But for some reason, they're not able to do it, but they're in the office. Now, can you please tell us some desk yoga or chair yoga, whatever that you can look at it, where people can sit and do it, even if they miss the yoga in the morning?
Definitely. So there are multiple ways, multiple things you can do. And as we are in the concept of mind, then the most important thing what you can do on your desk is the breathing exercises. Breathing exercises are very, very powerful. And it is going to change inside out everything.
Mm.
And as we have been speaking, the mind is more important than the body.
Mm.
And once you start training your mind, then naturally you will start seeing the changes on your body.
Mm.
Once your mind, like as I mentioned, what you feed to your mind, it's going to reflect in your body as well.
Mm.
So, and it will reflect first as a message, and then you're really able to see through your eyes.
Mm.
The message you won't be able to see because that message is coming through your brains to your body at that point. And then later on, you will be able to see through your eyes as well. So mind is very important. I had one student, I was in Himachal, Dharamsala. I was teaching over there. I had one student, his name was Kunal. And when he came for his yoga teacher training course, he did some courses here and there, and then he come to learn from me. He was too much addicted on drugs. Even though we were very strict on our campus, that no one is allowed to take a drugs or anything. So, but Himachal is known for smoking weeds. So from somewhere he got the weed, and then he was too much addicted that and I understood his situation. And the other staff member was saying, no, like you should be strict with him and kick him out. I said no. If someone came here to learn from this much far, to learn from me, that person really wants to change but don't know how to change his life. So I said no problem. I bear that. I can bear these issues for now. So his course was complete, and he was in same situation. Nothing changed. The time I was giving him certificate, because I had to give the certificate after you complete, because I was working for some school. It was not my own school at that point. So I was working for some school, and if school says you have to give, then I have to give. But he was not, and that certificate says you are a yoga teacher. I was feeling really sad inside of me of giving him certificate because he was not worthy of that certificate. But system says you have to give, I have to give that point. So what I did is, I told Kunal, I said, I don't care what you do, what you have been doing it. And I'm sure your family, your friends, or all the loved ones have been telling you to quit taking drugs. They might have shouted at you, or maybe anything else they have tried. Maybe they have taken you to the doctor and this and that. So I'm not going to tell you what not to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. Follow what I'm going to tell you. Just follow that. Keep smoking. Keep doing whatever you are doing, but add what I'm going to tell you, add this in your routine. Just do that. And what I told him, it's the pranayama. The best pranayama you can practice is Bhastrika or Kapalabhati for active breathing. And the second pranayama is a Nadi Shodhan. These two pranayamas are very, very powerful to change anything. And what happens, why I told what happens after that is, after he and sincerely he took my word actually. And he practiced pranayama every single day.
Wow. Wow.
Sometime even morning and evening sometime 3 times a day.
Hmm.
And what happened is
Hmm.
the body, because through pranayama you are purifying your pranas. Now you it means you are taking some good energies and feeding your mind through good energies. Your
Hmm.
mind knows
Hmm.
now, okay, because when you are feeding bad energies, your mind start thinking, okay, this is my way of life.
Yeah.
Then it starts storing that bad energy in your body. Your source muscle holds your emotions, and this is most of the people who carries lots of responsibility with fear. They have a stiff shoulder.
Hmm.
Okay, most of the peoples who are emotionally weak, they have tight hips.
Hmm.
So it reflects in your body, in your muscles as well. Your
Hmm.
source muscle becomes stiffer.
Hmm.
So he was start feeding good energy to his mind through pranayama.
Hmm.
And now his mind knows this is the good energy which he want to maintain. And naturally, naturally, his body was start telling him, no, this is not good for you. The time he start smoking, he was start coughing. He was start having vomiting. And then he lose the desire of smoking anymore, taking any other drugs. And I met him, I think, after 2 year or 3 year. He was a yoga teacher in Goa. He come back to me and he did advanced teacher training with me. And he was completely different person at that time. So if you're at office, and office is the place where you take most of the stress, and all the challenges happens in the office, and also back home. Some of you may have the experience. So pranayama is the best practice I can suggest you. And definitely you are going to practice some practices with sir. One of the simplest practice you can do in your free time, if you have just 10 seconds, do 10 breathing and observe this 10 breathing into the tip of your nostril. Can we experience now? Can we do that? Okay, everyone. I'm sure you have done pranayama, so doing with me may give some different experience. Let's see.
Yeah,
So sit
different
with
energy.
it. Yes. So sit with a straight back. Make sure your back is straight. Then only your energy channels, the energy can flow through your Ida, Pingla, and Susumna Nadi, the energy channels. And also make sure your head and neck is straight. Now, gently close your eyes. Just follow my instructions. Gently close your eyes. Move your awareness to your whole body. Feel your feet, your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calf muscle, shin bone, and relax them. If you have to move to relax them, do that. Feel your knees, your thighs, and relax them. Feel your hips, your lower back, mid back, and upper back, and relax them. Feel your belly, your chest, your shoulder, your arms, your hand and fingers. Relax them. Relax your neck. Feel your neck, relax. Now feel your face. Feel your eyes, your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, your teeth. Relax them. Now feel your head, your front of your head, the center of your head, side of your head, and then back of your head. Now feel the whole body is relaxing. In the next step, move your awareness to your breath. Feel the flow of your breath into the tip of your nostrils. Nasikagra, nose tip. Feel how the breath is moving into your body through your nose. And do the slow, deep breathing, the slow as possible. Take your time to breathe. Don't be hurried. This is not running. It's just experiencing and feeling. Take slow, deep breath, inhale, and take slow, deep breath, exhale. Take your time to breathe like you are fully relaxed. The feeling should be like you are in your own mango garden on top up to your charpai, your bed, and you're just lying and there's a natural wind, it's coming through the trees, your mango trees, and you're relaxed. That is the feeling you want to have right now. And take the fully relaxed breath. There's no next step. Just feel your breath and do the deep breathing without any effort. Now take last breath. Amazing. Now gently bow your head and slowly open your eyes. Lift your head and look forward. Yes, you can rub your palms and place your hands if you want. See, just observing couple of breath, you can feel the difference. How many of you have already feel the difference? Type me. You may want, you don't want to type it. Yeah, you can raise your hands. I can see you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is the
Amazing.
power of breath.
Super. That's the power of breath and how that can be, can shift your energy in a matter of, a few minutes. Brilliant. Now, one more, important question. Like, let's go to the another one as soon as this is done. Now, you have this specific breath that you're taking, right? Just by slowing down, this breath. Now, why is that there's such a shift in the energy that happens? What exactly happens?
Okay. So there is a three phase in our breathing.
Hmm.
One is normal breathing,
Hmm.
one is natural breathing,
Hmm.
and one is deep breathing.
Hmm.
Normal breathing is right now you are listening to me, you are doing your normal breathing routine. The
Correct.
breathing is faster.
Hmm.
What you just experienced with me was not even a deep breathing, actually, it was your natural breathing.
Hmm.
This was the natural way of your own breathing. See how much deep you have to breathe. I did not ask you to force to breathe deeply. I asked you
Right.
to breathe naturally. The deep
Hmm.
breathing has to be natural.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you maybe start thinking about the exercise. You are doing a breathing exercise. I did not ask you to do breathing exercise. I just asked you to start observing your breath, and your
Hmm.
breath has to be slow as possible.
Hmm.
That is a natural breathing.
Hmm.
So natural breathing means this is your natural extension of your breath.
Hmm.
But in general, we don't take this natural extension of the breath.
Hmm.
The third, the phase of the breathing is a deep breathing to train
Hmm.
the breath to breathe naturally in your normal routine.
Hmm.
Okay,
Very nice.
I'm going to explain again. There are three phases of the breathing:
Hmm.
normal breathing, natural breathing, and deep breathing. Normal breathing is whenever you are thinking, doing something, listening to me, whatever the way you are breathing is your normal breathing. Natural is the most natural way of breathing. The time you start observing your breath, the extension of the breath increases naturally. This is
Hmm.
your natural breathing.
Hmm.
And deep breathing is to train yourself to breathe naturally in your normal routine, even your
Hmm.
thinking.
Hmm.
Then your thinking will be grounded.
Wow.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, as I mentioned, the breath is a bridge between your body and mind. And whenever the body mind connection happens, you start feeling peace and calm. And I also mentioned the breath has a power to direct your thoughts, emotion, and feeling. When they are balanced, definitely you are going to feel peace. Everything is connected.
Amazing. Brilliant. Okay, now this is what actually, TaraDutt talked about, right? How you're connecting and how you're able to do that, right? Just to take a one conversation before that we had it, right? Redirecting of the mind. If you recall, because many of you have been our students in doing it, one of the things that we do when you start your journey with us, we help you to come out with a vision board, correct? To identify what you need, what are the things that you want to create, your dream board that we are talking about it. What is that we are trying to do? We are trying to redirect all those thought process of your mind into that one direction. That we are setting a GPS, we are setting a destination for your brain so that this is where you want to go and start redirecting your thought process, right? So when you set that as a context for your brain, and then you start applying this kind of a breathing technique, you will see an amazing transformation, which is going to happen. The work is same, okay? Activity that you're doing is same, but the outcome is different because you have trained your mind into a different way, right? That's the beauty about it. Okay, now I'm so much excited. Let's do one more, the practical thing, and also tell us why we are doing this. And yeah, so people will be excited to do that.
Okay. So, so this was about the breathing I mentioned. Whenever you are at office, you can just do simple deep breathing, it will work. And I'm sure later on you are going to practice some of the breathing exercises with sir. Follow those breathing. It's also will be very, very helpful. Or some of you may already know they are, Kapalbhati, Bhastrika, Nadi Shodhan, Pranayam. These are the good. And now, after sitting for a long hour, you must feel tired around your lower back, around your shoulders, around your neck. So let's do some work. I'm not in a clothing of doing something, but let's try doing it. I'm a yoga teacher, so it's my responsibility. I have to be ready all the time. Okay, so everyone get ready. We are going to do some stretches which you can implement even if you are sitting on office chair. So I want you to sit where your feet can touch the floor. Both feet has to equally touch the floor, and also make sure your both sit bones are evenly grounded. Then your body alignment will be straight, energy flow will be better. Okay. Now, move your arms outside of your chair or outside. Allow your shoulders to relax. What you have to do to relax your spine is to follow the spinal movement. Your spine is going to stretch upward. Your spine, these are the direction of your spine. Your spine either is going to go upward, forward, backward, lateral, and twist. If you follow all of the corners, you keep your upper body strong, safe, and healthy. Okay, so let's do first the upward stretch. It's always good to start with the upward stretch of the spine. So from here, with inhalation, you are going to raise your both arms up from the side, joining your palms together, doing namaste, and stretch up and look at your thumb. While you're stretching up, look at your thumb. But here, make sure you are not compressing your neck through your shoulder. Your shoulder has to be down while your arms are fully stretched. Keep looking at your thumb and breathe. Do not hold your breath. Very good. Stretch some more, more, more. And now with exhalation, release your arms down. Amazing. And the next stretch I'm going to tell you is the one of the favorite stretch, which sir always teach. So we are going to interlace the fingers, turning the palm to face forward. And now we are going to stretch the arms up, up, up. Yes, try lifting your heart up so you can stretch your heart more better, more up, 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 up. Slightly lean back and then release your arms down, relaxing your shoulder. Great. Now let's do the lateral extension of the spine. So awakening the spine towards the lateral direction. Again, you are opening your arms to the side. Raise your right arm up. After raising the right arm, try stretching your arms up from your armpit. Lift it higher, 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 higher. And then start leaning towards your left without collapsing your left too much. Keep lengthening the left side. Otherwise, your spine is like a scoliosis. We want to lengthen up the spine towards the head while we are stretching laterally. You can use the support of the chair or something with your other hands. Hold. And now I want you to rotate your chest upwards some more and try to look up. And after the nice stretch, slowly come back and release. Let's do the same stretch other side. Raising your left arm up, lifting your arms up from the armpit more higher up. See, this is normal lifting. This is active lifting. This is what I want. This has to be lifted. And then start leaning towards your right without collapsing your right side of your torso. So keep lifting the right side as well. And now rotate your chest upward, up, up, up. And then slowly look up. Hold. Few more deeper stretch, some more deeper stretch, and then slowly come back. Inhale and exhale, release your arms down. This is the lateral extension of the spine. Now let's do the forward extension of the spine. Okay, this time I'm going to create some more space in front of me. With inhalation, you are going to raise your both arms up, palms apart. Lift your heart up a little so you can get the more deeper stretch around your upper back and shoulder. Very good. Whenever you stretch your arms, keep the space around your neck and shoulder. Do not close, open. Your neck has to be free. And then with exhalation, start leaning forward. Lean forward, forward, forward. Allow your whole body to fold forward. Release your hands down. Go down, all the way down. Very good. You can wrap your hands behind your legs. You can wrap your hands behind your leg and stay there. I'm going to tell you when you should be coming out. Let the body to experience the forward extension stretch. Relax your head, relax your neck. Breathe, breathe. Amazing. Now, first lift your head up, look forward, and then start lifting your torso, lifting your arms up, 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 all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Now we are going to do the twisting movement of the spine. I have a hand rest. If you have a hand rest on your chair, that would be better. If you do not have a hand rest, you can still find somewhere like a seat of the chair you can grab. Okay. I'm going to show you from the lateral side. So first, the one hand you are going to place over the backrest of the chair. You can place forearm like this. You can place your hand like this, or you can even wrap your hands around your waist and hold the other side of the hand rest, whichever works for you better. And now you are using the other hands to hold the front side of your hand rest or the backrest like this. If your arms can reach this much, I have long arm. You may have short arm. You can hold the hand rest. Let me show you. Here, I'm holding the hand rest over here. Okay, now breathe in, lift the spine up. And as you breathe out, start turning your chest to the back. And then in the end, your head follows the twist. Remember, do not twist from your neck. You're twisting from your spine. Neck has to be free. With acceleration, you are twisting and see how far your body goes deeper into the pose. Observe yourself. Amazing. Now slowly turn back to the center. Let's do the same stretch, other side. So follow the same position first. With breathing in, you are going to lift the spine up towards the crown of the head. And then with the exhalation, you are going to rotate your chest back. Remember, your head should follow the twist from your spine. Your head is not twisting, it's turning. So just simply turn your head, not twist. Amazing. Give a nice stretch. Give a nice stretch over here. And then slowly come back to the center. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's do some stretch to the legs. So what you're going to do is just, you can't see, you can just follow me. So simply lift your legs up as high you can lift right now. And start pulling your toes, flexing your toes, pulling your toes towards your face, pushing the back of your heel forward, which is going to give you a nice stretch to the back of the leg. The front of the leg is contracting, the back of the leg is extending. Hold there for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now do the opposite stretch. Stretch your ankle forward. Stretching ankle forward is going to stretch the top of your leg. Stretch, stretch nicely. Hold. 1, 2, and 3. Now relax. These are the few steps. If you implement these few steps at your work, at your office, it's going to give you amazing energy. The blood will flow through your whole body, and it's going to help you to keep your knee healthy, back healthy, shoulders healthy after having long hours of work. Okay. So understand the important is to create a flow of energy, flow of blood. Once there is a flow of energy throughout your body, there's a flow of blood throughout your body will stay healthy. You know, in our mountains, I don't know if some of you are from mountains, we have a special grass. We call it scorpion grass, bichu grass. And this grass has a, what do you call in English, kanta. So
Thorn.
thorn. So the every leaf of the leaf of this grass has a thorn. So many of them. And in the mountain, whenever someone gets sick, like fever, lower back pain, shoulder pain, they hit you through that grass in that particular area. If you have knee issue, lower back issue, it works really well. And after hitting through that grass, what it does is, it's going to pinch very hard to your skin. And your brain knows that something is happening over there. The energy flow increases into that particular area, and it works really, really fast. The knee pain is going to go out very quickly. Same goes for lower back. There's another technique in mountain we apply called Agnikam. Agnikam is where they use a iron stick, which has, like a snake types of face like this. And they put this iron stick inside the fire until it gets really, really red. And they implement to the affected area. If you have knee pain, lower back pain. So the concept is same. They want your blood to flow, their energy to flow in that particular area. So by doing all the different types of stretches, and the one of the wonderful exercise always Karthik sir does, like, rubbing your head, ears, it's going to build up so much energy around you. Doing those exercise and the stretches is going to keep you healthy, even if you say, I don't have time for yoga. I want to do, I'm so busy. And this won't take more than 10-15 minutes.
Wow. Can you give a big round of applause to TaraDutt ji? He has given a really, really different way of doing
Yes,
it.
Kandali, Vichughas, yes. The name someone mentioned, it's called Kandali in mountain.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. See, this is what happens, right? When you learn from real experts, they can give you a solution that you may not be able to get it in different way. We know all of us are busy, and many times you will not be able to do that. But when you learn from expert, this is a kind of a customized solution that we'll be able to get it. Even, when we come and say that we don't have time, it's just a, reason that you're giving it. You have to ask a different question to your brain, right? Even if I do not have a time, what kind of yoga I can do it? Right? If you just change that question, okay, even if I miss the yoga in the morning, what are the sitting or the desk yoga I can do it in our office? Right? So this is how your mind is going to work, my dear friends. It's very easy. When people come and tell me, right, I'm busy, it feels like, oh my goodness, what has happened to them? Like, the brain is so easy. It's a very simple excuse to say I'm busy. Right? My dear friends, nobody is busy actually. You're busy with what? You're busy with what? You're working on something that might not be important to you in your life. And then you claim, yeah, doing some unwanted, doing certain task, any task that you're doing without getting a relevant, outcome or other stuff, that doesn't mean you're busy. Right? Please understand where and all you're spending a lot of time, energy, which may not be productive for you, and take that out and change one simple question, right? I cannot do it, so how can I make it happen? Simple question. I'll tell you, your mind is going to go to the next level. I'll just ask you one important question to TaraDutt ji. You'll be surprised. Like, why this mind portion of the, when we talk about the yoga or whatever the things that you're looking at it is so important, and how different it is going to be there, right? I want you guys to listen to this question very carefully. Now, TaraDutt ji, the mind component, which you had it earlier, even though you had a lot of knowledge and other stuff pertaining to money, was the trouble, right? When we redirected, when we rewired your brain to actually focused on money, to work on this in a scientific approach as well, right? What was the earning before you started the journey with us? What is the earning right now? Can you please tell this to people so they'll understand how important it is to redirect your mind to the right direction, right way, scientifically? Yes.
Okay. So before I started the whole journey with Sir, my income was very fluctuating, because I'm not a government teacher. I don't get salary. I'm a private teacher, and I teach multiple places, ashrams, private schools here and there.
Hmm.
So, and I had a pain to start something my own. Like,
Hmm.
as I mentioned, I was giving certificate to Kunal, but I was not feeling that he is worthy yet. So I
Yeah.
had my own pain as a teacher, that I'm a responsible teacher. I
Hmm.
want to run something my own,
Hmm.
where I have the command, the control,
Hmm.
to invite the rightful people in my
Hmm.
community.
Hmm.
So my earning was fluctuating a lot, and I was having at that point I was having 50,000, 60,000, sometime 1 lakh, but it was fluctuating a lot. Some month I have no work, and because of COVID got hit, so I did not know what to do. I was not very much into online thing.
Knowledge, yeah. Hmm.
Hmm. And the time, uh, after I met Karthik sir, I understood money. I know the money is important, but I did not understood at that point the money, why money is important. I understood that money is important, but at that point I did not know why money is important. And this is what I understood after going through all the process. And this is what I understood. One thing I understood, why money is important for my life, for my family. The time you accept, when the time you understand this clearly, and you accept it as a part of your life, the money is going to flow through you. After I became a part of a legacy program, after I created my vision board, maybe right after 1 month or something,
Yes.
I was start getting 2 to 3 lakh rupees month.
Wow. In just 1 month, as soon as you started redirecting the energy, correct?
Hmm.
Amazing.
Because
Yes.
yes, after during the COVID, I did not know what to do. Everything went online and was very hard for me, from starting again from zero. So many thoughts, so many ideas, everything is going here and there. Everything was here. The first thing we did, actually sir did with me, was start teaching mind maps. And first time I understood, okay, I should not be keeping everything here. I should start putting in front of me,
On paper.
and designing a mind map. First designing sun mapping. We learned the sun mapping, designing the day, so I can start seeing all the corners of my day more clearly. Because it was a big surprise for us to have the getting staying inside of house during the lockdown.
Hmm.
So sun mapping, and then mind map, UPS practice. Then I understood, okay, what is important in my life. And then vision board helped me. Before the vision board, we did some of the practice, and I understood why it is important. And then all the ideas, understanding, we put into this vision board. So the brain was free to feel the energy, not just the thoughts. Thought becomes process
Yes.
at that point, and then everything becomes easy after that. So yeah, after creating a vision board, after 1 month, my income start growing, becomes 2 to 3 months, and then I started my own setup, and then yeah, it's keep growing. Now, yeah, now it's going to like 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. So
Wow.
money is just a number. It's just energy. Mm.
Absolutely. Can you give a big round of applause, my dear friends, when you know how to redirect your mind to the kind of things that you're looking at it, depending on where you are? My dear friends, you'll literally be able to redirect and reshape your life. It's literally possible to reset your life to whatever the level that you're looking at it, right? My dear friends, why I'm actually telling you guys this? A lot of things which is already there as an ancient wisdom to us. But you know what the problem? We do not know how to implement this in your day-to-day life in today's world. And when people talk about yoga and a lot of other things, We just listen and we think yoga is just about some physical exercise. But when you really understand, going much deeper into it, the physical aspect of it, mind aspect of it, and then understand scientifically how your brain works and how is it, really connected and other stuff. What happens is you really, create that urge of, yes, I want to apply this in my day-to-day life. See, nothing is going to give you results unless you apply this. What we are trying to do is we are telling you the science behind our yogi, our ancient wisdom. And I'm also trying to explain you guys how scientifically these things are working, which our ancients were so advanced way back this. I'm really surprised like how without having any internet, without having any books, and back those days, how our ancestors really created such a huge amount of wealth, especially on the brain space back those days, and which is there in the scriptures. And now, even today, after so many years of research, that we are trying to figure out and trying to connect the dots. What I really made as an attempt today is to connect the dots between this ancient wisdom and the modern science. So all of you are able to understand this and how you can redirect this in a simple and effective manner. If you guys, how many of you want to experience the similar kind of transformation like how TaraDutt have experienced? How many of you want to experience the similar kind of transformation like how Taradaji want, how he experienced it? I've given you all scientific terminologies of what you're looking at it, right? So my dear friends, what we're going to do is, it is a very different process altogether. We are going to give you one-on-one form. I want everyone to go and fill this one-on-one form, okay? Fill this one-on-one form. So wherein, fill the questionnaire. We'll be getting in touch with you. We'll understand what is the current problem that you're going through. That is very important. It's not like a regular t-shirt. Okay, give one t-shirt, it fits for everybody. No. When you go to the shopping mall, there's a size for it. They'll not give you one t-shirt and wear it. There is a small, there's a medium, there's a large, there is an XL. You need to understand what is your size of what is that you're going through, right? And then you need to understand how those pain are there, the frequency, the lower frequency which are there, which has to do with anxiety, stress, and all of them, and that has to be taken out. And once you take this out, then that has to be replaced with the higher frequency energies which are coming in, or higher frequencies in terms of the brain, how you want to look at it. We have to make sure that your neurons, I mean, basically every cell of your body is vibrating at a different frequency at the neuron level. When those vibration happens, that's where magic is going to happen, right? So now, there are a lot of things that will take a lot of, time for you to bring that transition. We can bring this transition very fast. Once that transition is done, you can take this to the next level all together. And Taradaji did this almost like 2 years back. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Right? And
2022.
2022. And
Three,
what
three, three.
23, yes. And why I'm actually telling this date also here also, because it was done 2 years back and it's still working, correct? It's not like it has gone back and then things have not worked and other stuff, right? So some of the changes that we are bringing is really, really solid change. It's a long-term change. That's something that everybody needs to look for it. Okay, quickly go and fill this one-on-one form, and our team is going to be getting in touch with you to see you like how we can really, really accelerate your journey. So I've given you a very, very scientific way of everything. Remember, this techniques works. This has been recorded in our scripture for a long period of time, but we do not know how to apply this in today's world in a systematic manner. Okay, just go and fill this. What's your name, email ID, phone number, profession, what's your current income, what's your expected income, and then describe yourself the best. And then what are the challenges that you're facing, what exactly you want to achieve in your life, what is holding you currently? Do you let me know any other things that you're looking at it? Why should Infinity Karthik mentor you? And if you're selected, are you ready to invest around 10,000 rupees? You can mark it yes or no. And depending on, whatever that you are looking for it, our team is going to reach out to you. Okay, let's give a few minutes for all of you to quickly fill this. While they're going to fill this, I'm going to keep on asking few more questions to Tara Daji. Okay. I know I called him. Let me tell you, my dear friends, you'll not believe whatever the discussion that we are having today. Do you know how much preparation we did? Yeah? Can you guess how much preparation we did? Guess. Guess. I'm seeing one of you are saying a day, 2 to 3 hours. Some of you are saying, you know what happened? 5 hours, everything. Super. Thank you so much for guessing all of them. We called, you know, and let me ask this question. So, TaraDutt, how much time before we had this discussion?
15 minutes before this session.
Yes. My dear friends, I just called them. Like
Surprise,
I had certain
surprise
things
call.
to, yeah. So I had certain things that I would like to go and do this. I was just preparing it. Then I felt like somehow I was feeling like I need to, have somebody who's really having more deeper knowledge than me so that I can add more value to it. Because there's so many things that I prepared for today. Somehow I was feeling like something is missing. Then I said, okay, I told Hema, can you just speak to TaraDutt if he's available? Let's go and try it. And I had something that I prepared for it, but we spoke to him. He said, okay, but we are not prepared. That's why he was not even ready with his attire. Right? I said, don't worry, come. We're going to do it intuitively. I'm going to ask you the question. You're going to answer this based on the situation. Technically, zero preparation. Right? And this is what you will build. This is a kind of a capability you'll be able to build it when you start working with us. Neither he had the preparation, neither I had the preparation. But you can remember, but you can understand, this is a transferable skill. This skill can be transferred. The skill that I had it with me, I had transferred the skill with TaraDutt as well. And that's how you are able to do it intuitively, dynamically based on the situation. That's how in your real life, opportunities are going to come. Right, go ahead and fill, my dear friends. If you understand the power of what we just did, going so deeper into it and answering that, go and fill this. I'm going to give you around 10 minutes time quickly. And yeah.
If you are
Super.
here,
Yeah.
it means either you want to add something or you want to remove something, or you may want to do both, because this is what we all want to do. Either we want to add something in our life, which has been missing, or
Mm,
we want to remove. Like this is how I met sir.
mm,
During lockdown, everything was, everything slows down. You are inside of your house doing nothing, and I become one of the procrastinator. And then I saw his ad and says, I was there. I was a master procrastinator. This was his
yes.
word. And so, this is how I started the journey with him, 1 week program. And then 1 week turns into 1 month program, map program, and then legacy program for 1 year. So this is how the journey started with me. So this is what I understood. Either if you're here, if you're really here, it means you either you want to add something or you want to remove something. Now the question is, you want to do, and then there is another question is, as I mentioned before, are you really want to do? Are you really ready to change your life, or the things you want to add, or the things you want to remove? If you are, then definitely this is a great opportunity. I got this opportunity and I never lost it. Like he just called me before we got the call. I got the call from him 15 minutes before, and as I always say, is everything, anything for you, sir, because he literally changed my life. So definitely, it's a big opportunity. So if you really want to do, then you are worthy to take the actions. That is why there is a question inside the form. Why do you think the Karthik Satyamurthy mentor you. That is why the question, because you really need to make sure that you want to change. And if you are really ready, then yes, you should go ahead and do that. Take this opportunity, and having one-to-one conversation is life changing with him.
Yeah, yeah,
I still remember my first conversation with him.
absolutely. Yes, I again want to ask few more questions while others are typing in. Guys, continue to type in, and then we are going to have this conversation together, right? So now, how there is a shift? Like initially, you were thinking like you would love to go and do it only in India, and now you have also started working with a lot of abroad clients, right? And you've started going international as well. Tell us something about that, like how that journey is like, you know, being a person who is not even thinking about money, having that kind of a lifestyle, and now going and training a lot of foreigners and creating them in different countries. Like, how does that, make you feel?
Okay. Actually, I was like, it's been a while. Actually, I've been training foreigners, so it's not something new for me.
Yeah.
Uh, because I've been teaching as a master teacher for around 15 years now.
Mm,
So giving you multiple different types of yoga teacher training courses.
mm,
And where, because the Rishikesh is a world capital of yoga, we have mostly we have foreign clients. Now the Indian clients are coming more after COVID.
mm,
So teaching foreign clients is not something new, but building the system setup was new.
mm,
And before that, the important is having a clarity
mm.
how the system has to come. Everything has to come together. We all
Yes.
have so many dreams, so many ideas in our life.
Mm,
When we create, before we create a vision board we think about family, we think about terms of business, we think about the terms of giving back to the community, to the nature. We think
mm,
about our masters, the
mm,
what they have given to us. So we think about all the aspects of life.
mm,
And we have been thinking, we all have been thinking about our kids, our parents, our family, our other materialistic dream, but all happens here. And if everything has happened here, it is not going to give you the clarity. Maybe short term decisions it's going to give you, but not the long term goal. After creating a vision board, I was able to see my next 5 year. I am still able to see my next 5 year.
wow.
I really want to train more on that side so I can see next 10 year. 5 years not sufficient enough. Right now I feel like seeing next 5 years not sufficient enough. I want to see the next 10 year, how they are going to happen. And I want to command every part of my life. So I can really feel that, yes, because I need to feel the worthy of my own life. When someday I meet the God, I can say, yes, I live the life as a human, not as an animal in a human body.
Wow.
So these are the changes I have felt, and now I have more clarity. And
Mm,
that clarity helps me to build the community, which is I call Yogis Kutumba.
mm, wow. That was very touching. One day when you go on the top, and when you're going to meet the God, which are the God that you worship, that question, you can proudly say, I really, really live the life of a human and not the life of an animal. Wow, brilliant. Okay, there's one more question coming here. What can I do for headache?
If you are having simple headaches,
Mm,
then simple Nadi Shodhan pranayam or Anulom Vilom pranayam is going
mm,
to help you.
mm,
Along with the pranayam, what you can do is practice inversion asanas,
mm,
where your leg is up and your head is down, like a Viparit Karni asana. You can
mm,
write down the name of asana.
mm,
Viparit Karni is easy to practice.
mm,
Okay. If you can do more advanced, then practice Sarvangasana, shoulder stand.
mm,
Viparit Karni is a half version, easy version of shoulder stand. You are going to get the benefit. If you are
mm,
doing Viparit Karni, the simple Viparit Karni is lie on your back, can be on your bed or the floor,
Hmm.
like on the mattress, and then place your legs over the wall
Hmm.
and just wait for 15 to 20 minutes. Let the blood to flow towards your head.
Hmm.
Once the good supply of the blood will move towards your head, you will start feeling more relaxed. But if your headache has other reasons, because of, you have indigestion problem, then you should work on that side first. Because if you have a gas problem, indigestion problem, or any other stomach related issue, that can also give you headaches. So if you have that one, then you have to follow the other routines from yoga, like practicing Shankha Prakshalan. But you should practice the Shankha Prakshalan Kriya under the guidance of master. Shankha Prakshalan is the full digestive system cleansing. Not only a colon cleansing, it's a full digestive system cleansing, where you drink water and then you release the water from the bottom, and which is recommended for everyone actually. And it's a very powerful practice which you have to do only twice a year, not every day. So if you are a lazy person who don't want to do yoga, do Sankha Prakshalan only twice a year. The whole body reset happens.
Wow.
But there is a technique you must follow. Can Vipreet Karni be done anytime a day? Okay, and Vipreet Karni should not be done after a meal. You must have 3 to 4 hour gap. If you have food in your stomach, do not practice any inversion pose. Apart from that, you can practice Vipreet Karni in the morning, afternoon, even before going to sleep. It's going to help you to sleep well.
Yeah. Any specific asana for curbing negative thoughts?
Removing negative thoughts, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. So uh, practice Surya Namaskar. If you're looking for asanas, Surya Namaskar is a best practice. Surya Namaskar is a gift for your body. It's going to help you to feel more lighter, focus, and help you to feel more confident. And once you start feeling more confident inside of you, then naturally the negative thoughts will go away. If you're looking in asanas, then Surya Namaskar is the best practice. But if you are, if you are directly targeting your mind, then pranayama and dhyana, meditation practice, it's more powerful than your asana practice. So if you're asking which pranayama, Brahmari pranayam, Nadi Shodhan pranayam, these two pranayamas are the best to keeping the mind aligned. Meditation, practice mindful meditation, breath observation meditation. And if it's okay for you, then and your thoughts are very intensive for you, you can't meditate at all, then practice sound meditation, like chanting Om. If it's okay for you chanting Om, then practice Om meditation. Divide Om meditation in 4 parts. This time.
Let's switch it off. Yeah. Go ahead.
So divide, if you have 1 hour, then divide practice in 4 parts. Even you have a half an hour, you can still divide the practice. So first part, have a picture of Om in front of you, or whichever mantra whom you believe. Does not have to be only Om. If you are from different religion, you can create your own way of doing that. So I'm explaining through the Om. So you can put the picture of Om in front of you in a eye level, sit with a straight back and chant out loud for 15 minutes. If it's a 1 hour meditation, 15 minutes. So first step, chant out loud. Second step, hum the sound. Close your mouth. Your teeth has to be separate, otherwise not good for your teeth. And hum the sound. Hum the sound. Okay. And then in the third step, listen the sound inside. So do not make sound out loud. Start listening the sound inside of you. After doing 15-minute out loud, 15-minute hum sound, you are already hearing that sound all around you. It will happen. Even if it's less time, it will happen. So start feeling the sound inside of you. And the fourth step, relax. Lie on your back in Shavasana, relax. You can divide into 15, 15, 15 minute. Or if it's a 30-minute, you have only 30 minutes to practice meditation, then divide accordingly. It can be equal it can be less or more. You can always decide according to yours. And this is the meditation practice you can do if meditation is challenging for you. Sound meditation is helpful for you. Okay. Practicing meditation, close eyes is always good. But after closing eyes, you see lots of thought is moving, then you can do the practice with open eyes is also okay. But do not look straight ahead. Always look down, your eyes has to be half open. So these are the techniques.
Amazing. Thank you, TaraDutt ji, for coming all the way and actually, giving us this amazing insight. Can you give a big round of applause to TaraDutt ji?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much I want to express my gratitude for taking your time in a very short period of time and almost like 2 hours now that you're spent here. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that a lot of people got different insights about how things happen. One important thing, my dear friends, very recently I just was invited for a podcast from one of our close friend. I'm going to show you a trailer like how this podcast is. For those of you, and it just went live while we were speaking here. For those of you who would love to go and listen to this, you can do this, immediately after the session is done. Okay, don't miss out. I'm going to play this quickly. I think I need to stop my YouTube live. Okay, and here we go. Right, listen to this, and this will have a very amazing, profound thing to many of you, right? And here is what it is. This is a trailer. What if I tell you, आपको जो ब्रेन है अगर हम उसको अपग्रेड करते हैं टू अ सुपर ब्रेन तो यू कैन ऑल्सो बिकम अ सुपरमैन. स्पाइडरमैन का स्टोरी आपने सुना है. तो व्हाट हैपेंस इन स्पाइडरमैन? इफ यू रियली वांट टू बिकम अ स्पाइडरमैन इन योर एरिया, आर्टिफिशियली उस स्पाइडर को इंड्यूस कर सकते हो.
क्या बात है. तो ऐसी कोई दवाई, ऐसी कोई टेक्निक है आपके पास?
एब्सोल्युटली है.
हमारे पास जो ब्रेन है, इट इज गॉट इनॉर्मस पोटेंशियल.
करेक्ट.
बट ज्यादातर लोग अपने ब्रेन का लेस देन 5% ही यूज कर रहे होते हैं.
करेक्ट.
सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज, राइट? आप बता रहे हैं कि आप ब्रेन को चेंज कर सकते हैं.
Yeah.
कैसे कर सकते हैं?
We have been trained, we have been told, if you do a lot of hard work, you will get promoted. What if I tell you it's not about hard work? It's about
The deadliest disease on this planet Earth, BP, sugar, thyroid, PCOD, AIDS, कैंसर से भी खतरनाक बीमारी पता क्या है? एंड एक रिसर्च पेपर ही बताता है कि इंडिया में 70% से ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल्स हैं जिनको कंसिस्टेंट स्ट्रेस है. सो व्हाई पीपल आर सो स्ट्रेस्ड नाउअडेज एंड हाउ टू ओवरकम दिस स्ट्रेस?
a lot of mental health challenges people go through in today's world. If you go and look at the statistics, mental health is the biggest challenge that India is going through.
I just want to know from you why people procrastinate and how to overcome, right?
So Bill Gates has given an interview. He was able to become a billionaire after he was able to conquer the habit of procrastination. The day I understood procrastination is a habit, अरे habit कैसे हो सकता है?
हेलो दोस्तों, नमस्कार. मैं अनु गुप्ता आज आपका
Amazing. Like, how many of you want to listen to this, actually, this podcast? Yeah? How many of you are excited? Amazing, brilliant. Okay, I want everyone of you to go and listen to this. One of my close friend, Anup Gupta, who is also a diabetes reversal coach. With him, we did the podcasting, and it went live just today at 7 o'clock. And I want every one of you to listen to this. The kind of the things, right? Many times, one of the challenge that I always faced is like to explain how the brain works. It's not an easy thing, my dear friends. And one of the attempt that you have made is to make sure that you are um, listening to this with a lot of animations and things, and that it has happened in a conversational way. You'll understand it much better. And here is the link exactly directly to this. Save this, bookmark this, and yeah, go and listen to this in the upcoming days. I'm going to be doing a lot of podcasting so that all of you will get an amazing benefit of this. Okay. Do you want me to do more podcasters? More podcasts? How many of you want me to do that? Yes. Very good. Also, go at subscribe to my channel, Infinity Karthik. This is the one which is going now live. And so go to the Infinity Karthik and subscribe to this. I'm going to give you that link also. Okay, don't compare the previous videos, okay? Those videos and this videos are completely different. And go and subscribe. Take a minute to subscribe yourself, everybody. Take a minute to subscribe, and you will see a lot more things coming in the upcoming days, okay? I'm going to get experts, and I'm going to get the brain hacks, like how we just now did with TaraDutt. Whatever the great expertise he had, we went there, we asked questions, and we got the best out of him. And all of you got the best use of it, isn't it? How many of you liked it? So getting the best of the people is also an art, right? Yeah, you'll always have the resources, like how TaraDutt was telling, right? He was teaching the foreigners for a long period of time. It's not a new thing, but converting that into a business and making money out of that is a different art altogether, isn't it? Just type in subscribed once you did that. Let's take a minute before you drop off. Type in subscribed. Yeah. Super and fantastic. And congratulations, all of you who have actually filled the form and also subscribed. Your life will never be the same again. The reason, if you are here on an International Yoga Day listening to us, there is no coincidence. There's a higher purpose which has driven you here. Please understand. And signals, please, you learn the art of understanding the signals. And that's how intuitively you will be able to figure out, spot the opportunity, and you will be able to grab it, and you will take this to the next level. Thank you so much again, on behalf of Infinity Karthik Satyamurthy and TaraDutt and an entire Lifefield team and Hema and everybody here and Infinity Alike Club also. Thank you so much for being here and on the occasion of International Yoga Day, and happy International Yoga Day once again, and thank you and namaste and all the best, and take you guys and see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.